So this is day one of me trying to save up to 30K back in 2022 when I was only 18 years old. So in January of 2022, I decided to try and work until I save up to another 30K again. So to give you guys a bit of context at that time, I graduated high school in 2020 during the pandemic, and I was out there working 2 jobs at that time. And that was full-time working landscaping and also full-time working at Taco Bell, working from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. almost every single day, only getting paid 11 an hour. But eventually cut out landscaping, and in January of that year, I was stuck working at Taco Bell. So this is what a day in a life will look like. So I wake up early, get ready for the day, then I jump into my car that I just bought a couple months back in October of 2021, then I head off to work at Taco. When I get there, the first thing that I have to do on a Monday morning is I'll do delivery, and then from there, guys, I'll just have to do a bunch of multitasking. So I grab a headset and I'll have to take orders at the drive-thru and collect cash. Then if there's a customer at the front of the house, I would have to take their orders, all while trying to do and put away delivery, which was like tons of boxes, bro. Then I would have to do food prep and prepare the meats and drop it into the hot water for about 30 minutes to warm it up. Then I would have to prepare the sauces, and then I would also have to bag a bunch of chips in the chip bag and also put a bunch of cinnamon twists in these pans as well. And then we'll put in these hot boxes to keep it warm for the day. The bad thing about the early morning shifts was that there's only like 4 workers in total. So I was like, bro, what the heck? And everyone that I worked with in the morning was all like old Filipino ladies, and they couldn't even speak English. So they were slow, and it was just like a lady manager, and she was like a slacker too, and she was the one making the food, but she would just be in the back smoking or something. But at 10 a.m., that's when I had more workers come in and more help. So it'll be like my boys or my friends. Now at 10 a.m., I'll do rubbish, and then I'll be sent on my first break. So I'll sit in my car, eat some burritos and stuff like that. And my boss would then put me and my boy outside, and we have to put on these green vests and use these purple iPads to take orders outside. And the iPads would keep freezing, so I'll slam that crap on the ground. Now I would stay until 10 p.m. and do double shifts, and I'll work on food service at nighttime. But in January, I hardly got paid and I hardly worked. And the reason for this is because the store kept closing because everyone kept catching the COVID virus, bro. Like for example, we would have 1 week off, and a bunch of people would just call out and get sick and test positive, and then my boss would be freaking out and she'll close the store. And however long, like bro, whoever was working exposed to the other sick people would have to be sent like COVID test kits, and we have to take it home. And in order for us to come back, we would have to test negative. And it was just crazy, bro. Now to me, guys, my health, I just didn't take a certain thing, you know what I'm saying? Like during that time, you'd have to take a certain thing, because I was always into natural holistic supplements and, you know, natural holistic approaches to stuff when it came to health. So for today's episode, guys, the total amount of money that I made was only $130, bro, and that was one of the lowest paychecks that I got in Taco Bell history. And yeah, bro, man, what is it?